Hey Dosers, thanks so much for joining us. My name's Tracie. I'm from the San Marcos Escondido campus, and we are on the home stretch of these 40 days of freedom. Before we go to Thursday, which is what we're on, I just want to remind us of a message that we had about a month ago from Pastor Damien, that he just tells us that every time Jesus comes onto the scene, he flips the script. He does things completely different than what we would be thinking now and what they were thinking then. So I want to keep that in mind as we go to this Thursday. And we start with Jesus and his disciples getting ready for the Passover Supper. And the Passover meal has been passed on from generation to generation, and it was a particular script that they went through as they celebrated what God had done, literally passing over their doorpost and saving them from death and pulling them from Egypt out of slavery. But Jesus, when he comes to this supper this time, he says, I'm going to flip the script, and I'm going to tell you that this bread that you're about to eat is my representative of my body that will be broken for your sins, giving you a new life. This cup that you're about to drink will represent my blood that will be shed for your sins, giving you freedom from slavery of sin. And so completely different than what they were used to. Of course, the disciples weren't getting it, and Jesus is like, okay, I'll show you what I'm meaning also about how this new commandment to love one another is going to look. So he goes and he wraps the towel around his waist and gets the water basin and brings it over and begins to wash their feet. And they're talking about this kingdom and where they're going to belong in the kingdom. And he's like, I don't want you to be thinking of kingdom up here. I want you to be thinking of in the kingdom, in this kingdom, in my kingdom, in this script that's completely flipped. You serve one another. They will know you by how you love one another and serve one another. So he showed them what that looked like. And then when he went to the garden that same Thursday, he's praying and he's in fully human saying to God, the Father, Father, I can't bear the cross. I can't bear this complete separation from you. Is there any way it can pass from me? And then there's this turning point of what we would not expect. And he says, but not my will, your will. And I'm willing to walk that out. I will open up my hands and surrender, completely changing what we would do and what was expected. And so on this Thursday, I just want to encourage you. Will you be an active participant in this Holy Week and Thursday and Friday? Perhaps getting the communion elements yourself and sitting in the heaviness and the beauty of the sacrifice that was for you personally, and taking of communion yourself. Or maybe God is asking you in this whole flipping the script is like, maybe you're thinking of yourself up here and there's some pride in there. And God's saying, no, to be a part of engaging in this week, serve. Will you outserve your family and your home or those who are around you? Or maybe we need to sit in prayer and say, God, I have been all about my will and what I want, and I'll tell you that. But I'm going to willingly open up and surrender and say, I'm willing to give you my will and that it's your will. But whatever it is, I just want to challenge and encourage us today is to be an active participant in these next few days. So today being Thursday and what we just covered and how we flipped the script completely. Tomorrow will be Good Friday, and we have Good Friday services. Participate in that. When we do that, when we have this posture towards him, I promise you when we get to Sunday, we will dance and celebrate in freedom of the sacrifice that was given for us. We'll see you next time.